There is a tournament for this game, Under Night In-Birth, that is actively trying to connect strong players with new players. That's one of the other big reasons why there is a large influx of new players. Training up the new generation of people in your game is going to be to your benefit. Is this game good? No one can tell you whether a game is good or bad, but they can maybe give you an inkling as to whether you will like it if you tell them what kind of games that you play and what you enjoy in a game. We might be able to tell you whether this game is good, depending on those factors. If you like a fighting game that has thousands of people playing it all the time, and ranked is really popular, and anytime you go online, you'll find people to play with, this is definitely not the game for you. But the numbers are going up, interestingly enough. This game, which is about 8 years old, is constantly getting updated, sort of. And I think it is also one of the games that has the most promise if it were to get a rollback update, a rollback netcode update. I think this game would see some significant momentum if there were a rollback update. Because, for example, Last Blade 2 got a rollback update, but the thing is, like, the game's quite old. It's not very modern feeling. And even Guilty Gear Plus R, even though it's a fantastically deep game, it doesn't feel as modern as a lot of the other modern games that are out there, like the Central Fictions and the XRs and even the Undernights. So I think this game has a lot of potential if it were to get updated. And so in that way, it's like, it's on the cusp. It's like, if the community pushes it hard enough, this game becomes great. But when people get tired of asking for it to get updated, and basically, like, French Bread, they only update this whenever they feel like it, and there's like really nothing the community can do. It's like, I feel like you could hand French Bread $1 million and they'd be like, thanks for the money, but we'll update it when we feel like it. So it's hard to say. But personally, I'm really enjoying this game, and if you follow the YouTube channel and you know what kind of games that I like, I think you'll get a good idea as to whether this is the game for you or not. For me, why I like Uni is that the player has a lot of options to play. Haha, yeah, but you may say to a fault, almost too many options. The character diversity is unique, and the combo structure with a reverse beat allows for a lot of combo freedom. Personally, I like the tug-of-war mechanic with the GRD system. Yeah, absolutely, legendary. For all of those reasons that you've just mentioned there, they have been the reasons that have drawn me to this game, and that's why I'm playing it now. I think for most of the other games that I've played, Street Fighter V and BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, I played them because they were popular and there were people around me that I could play it with. And fighting games are two-player games, so it's really important that you've got people to play it with. So even though I was interested in games like Street Fighter Alpha 2 or Third Strike, I didn't find as many people around me that were playing them. But at least in Tokyo, like, there was a Street Fighter V event I could go to. There was a BlazBlue Cross Taggle? Great! BlazBlue Cross Taggle! There was a BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle event that I could go to. There's Undernight events that you can go to. And that's why I describe Undernight as a game that's, like, on the cusp of being great. Because when the community does push it hard, like they are doing right now, Undernight is being pushed quite hard in Japan. And I think maybe it's because UNICLR got an update this year, because Arc Revo did an online tournament for it like 2.5 months ago, 2 months ago or so. And a lot of the people who used to be good at the game are coming back to it, and a lot of people who have never played the game before are getting into it. That doesn't mean it's huge and as popular as Street Fighter V. It doesn't have nearly as many people playing it, but it, as you can see, visually, it has a lot of what it already needs. It has high resolution visuals. It has a deep, I don't want to say complicated, it has a deep battle system that is rewarding to learn, especially if you get into all the option selects. Like, there's an option select for like every possible bad situation you can be in this game. And so I think it probably gets to a point where you're like, well, the only reason you died in that situation is because you didn't use XYZ option selects that would have got you out of that situation. But you have to know about them all. And just the game is really, really deep that it can continually be like that, where you're like, oh wait, there's one more thing that I should have known, where I could have got myself out of that situation. But it doesn't have the massive player base that it needs to be in the popular game side, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's on the cusp. If the game had rollback, and if it had the combination of rollback netcode and all the support that it's getting from the players who are so passionate right now, then you would have like a really, really successful game, I think. I imagine that a large number of companies are re-evaluating their franchises, and development in 2021 onwards will definitely be different as a result of the refocus on the importance of online play in 2020. Under Night is really building up right now. There is a tournament for this game, Under Night in Birth, and I don't know if it is a one-off or if it's something that is happening multiple times, but it's a tournament called the Teacher and Student Tournament, and it's on the 24th of January, and I wanted to sign up, but I basically only heard about it like the day before today. I found out about it sort of like yesterday, and the entries got full by today, so it's a bit too late for me now. But anyway, that's one of the other big reasons why there is a large influx of new players for Under Night in Birth in Japan, because there is a tournament that is actively trying to connect strong players with new players, and this is definitely something I would like to see happening in the West and for other games as well, because this is definitely how we're going to increase the number of people playing fighting games. Like, I don't know if that's even necessary, but if we want more support and more games to be made for us, then fighting games need to be a money-making category. And linking older players who are strong with new players who are more busy playing games like Minecraft and Fortnite. Definitely training up the new generation of people in your game is going to be to your benefit if you want your game to continue going. Basically, when I find out more details about it, I'll post about it in the Discord, or I'll talk about it on stream again in the future. No one can tell you whether you should buy the game, but I can tell you that if you do indulge in this game, that the small but passionate fan base is at a good point, I think, right now. Japan, if you play in Asia, Japan is going pretty hard on pushing Uni for the past, I would say like the past 2 to 3 months. Japan has been like, yo, let's play this game again. I mean, from what I've seen, but I don't know if that's, I don't know if it's actually true, but that's the way it feels. But then again, it's very possible that just because I'm like getting into the game, maybe I'm just noticing it more than I used to. Yeah, the game it's definitely not too scary for a beginner when you like turn it on. When you turn it on, you're not like, oh my god, this game is for fighting gaming people. You get into it and you're like, yeah, I could play this game. And I think the more you learn about it, the more you go, oh, okay. I think hardcore fighting gamers, I can see where they would spend a few 100,000 hours learning how to play more and get into all the option selects in the game. Yeah, Kamani's definitely talking about, are we talking about rollback again? There is a chance of rollback, but keep your expectations medium to low, because this game is 8 years old. So even if they want to put rollback into it, I think as a company, it makes more sense to just make a sequel to this game with rollback rather than trying to put rollback in this game. But temper your expectations is the word I was looking for. Yes! Feels so good when I finally remembered the word. What you do need to know, though, is the game is plenty of fun. I've been doing just mission mode, and it's been a lot of fun. And probably one of the most exciting things about it is that people who do play this game are so passionate about it that you make these connections like we were doing right now in the stream chat. And it's one of those games where, because it's not like the main headline game, you don't just get lost in it. Like, you can actually kind of hang out in a chat and get to know some people and get to know the people who are well known for certain characters and start dialogues, show up on the Discords, get advice. It definitely has that sort of... The game is well known, but the community is still, like, approachable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So I think it definitely has that going for it. If you're looking to buy the game. UNICLR is the sequel. Oh, come on. Do join me on YouTube. You can subscribe there. It's free. I'll see you all in the next NihongoGamer stream and or video. See you on Twitter and on Discord and on YouTube. Bye!